This is Tropicarnage Day 1. We have a killer of a game coming up ahead. This is going to be probably the game of the day so far. We have the Coastal Assassins Roller Derby League from Caloundra. They're out there in the purple, and they're going to be going up against Gladstone PCYC Roller Derby from Gladstone. My name's Honest Dave. I'm here with Sass and Bite. We are here working with Video Bob Productions, streaming the Tropicarnage Cup live to you across the nation. But this is going to be one killer of a match, so settle back, get comfortable, go and lock your kids in a soundproof room, quit your job, and just lock yourself into the internet for the next 3 days, because this is the fiercest regional tournament in the country, and definitely the only one where every game is streamed live on the internet. So stepping up to the crease for the first jam is Buzzer, jamming for Coastal Assassins, and Highland Fling jamming for Gladstone. The refs are just getting 30 seconds to go, so we're about to get this first jam underway. These are definitely two of the toughest teams in the state. They've been around for a good few years, and it's going to be a really exciting game of roller derby. There we go. We're away. Highland Fling tried to find an opening on the inside. Now she's recovered and taken... Oh, she's been sent to the bin for a track cut. While we wait for Buzzer, now is jamming unopposed for the time being until Highland Fling serves her 30 seconds. There's Buzzer. Got shut down there at the front of the pack, but she's through for lead jammer. Some nice defence there at the front of the pack by Candy Contusions. Held her back for a few seconds, but she's through again. So that's her first scoring pass, and Buzzer puts a 5-point grand slam up there on the board.
Both of these teams are coming out firing today, right off the jam line.
Yeah, they sure are. The pack is at a standstill now, which makes life a little easier for Buzzer. But I heard a whistle blow. Someone's copped a track cut. I think that's Candy Contusions on her way to the sin bin. And Buzzer's through for another 5 points. So Highland Fling's backing out of the sin bin now, completed her initial pass, but no points yet on the board for Gladstone. And Buzzer swoops through the pack for another 4-point pass. That's a 14-point opening jam there for the Blood Diamonds. Hang on, it might have been a... Yeah, that's right, a 14-point opening jam there for the Coastal Assassins Blood Diamonds. Dusty Flyer stepping up to the crease, jamming for the Coastal Assassins, and I believe jamming for Gladstone is Slayer Swift. Boom, and she is Swift indeed, busting out of the front of that pack and claiming lead jammer in seconds.
Dusty's right on her heels, though, chasing her up the back of the pack. Gladstone trying to pull that pack back, making it easier for Swift to get through.
HMAS Destroyer cops a low block for that less than admirable block there. She just splayed across the field and tripped up the jammer. Jammer called off the jam. Now, stepping up to the crease for Gladstone, we have Necrophilia, number 115. Going up against, is that Nixfixiate? It is indeed Nixfixiate, jamming for Coastal Assassins from Caloundra. Necrophilia taken to the outside. She couldn't find any way through there, so she changes tack. But Coastal Assassins are all over her. Nixfixiate thought she'd found an opening. She's trapped behind my nuts.
Gotta love Duncan.
Yep, Duncan Manut's doing some great work at the front of the pack there. And neither jammer is able to find an opening through that pack. Beautiful defense on both teams.
We're already at turn 3 and there's no lead jammer called. Those defensive walls just holding those jammers so strong.
Nice big hit there by Blackout Menace. Necrophilia just copped a penalty. She's on her way to the sin bin, so this is now a power jam with Coastal Assassins at the helm. Nixfixiate finds an opening finally through that defensive wall after Good 47 seconds before she was able to complete her initial pass. Full credit to the defensive work there by both teams. Now she's looking for points. She's not having too much joy there.
No, it looks like her offense actually worked against her in that one, where her offensive blocker got in her way, which is always a little bit sucky when you're a jammer.
Yeah, it must be quite frustrating, I can only imagine. It's hard enough getting through the opponents without having to worry about your own teammates as well.
That's right.
And there we go. Here she comes, busting around the outside.
And she's through. She gets her points.
Nice hit there by Ale Mary as she's fighting her way through, but there is 5 grand slam points for Coastal Assassins.
Necrophilia back in the bin again. Earning herself another track cup.
So,
Star pass.
Bloody Fiasco takes up the star. Oh, but she's shut down by Blackout Menace there. Nice hit. And forcing, and she got a low block penalty as well.
She did. So Bloody Fiasco will be serving her 30 seconds in the bin as a jammer. With no pivot on the track for Coastal Assassins.
So I think Necrophilia should, as soon as the whistle blows, Necrophilia will return onto the track. But there'll be no jammer starting up on the jammer line as they're both in the sin bin. But I believe that as soon as you hear that whistle blow, Necrophilia will be able to return to the track and yield to the pack and get the jam started. We're only a little over 5 minutes into this match, so we have tons of derby to go. Don't give up hope for the Gladstone yet. We've got Necrophilia with the jammer star on. You can see her teammates hanging back, not supporting her, just controlling pack speed instead. Necrophilia finds an opening on the inside, and she is through. She had to fight for it. So now she's looking for points. She slams into that defensive wall.
Both teams are working so hard on their defensive walls, coming together and just nailing those jammers, forcing cuts.
But nice work there by Necrophilia. She managed to get 4 points up on the board for the Gladstone Hustlers. And that much closer to the Blood Diamonds. Dusty Flyer back up there on the jammer line for Coastal Assassins. And Slayer Swift jamming for Gladstone PCYC. We've got a 4-3 pack advantage to Gladstone while we wait for a Coastal Assassin Champagne Migraine to return from the sin bin. We're off. Both jammers trying to find an opening on the outside. Great defense by Ratatouille there for Coastal Assassins.
Dusty Flyer doing some amazing footwork there.
And Slayer Swift is our lead jammer for Gladstone. Let's see if she can get those points. Dusty Flyer's about a third of a track behind. She's hit the pack looking for points. Beautiful work. Gets her 4 points. Calls off the jam. Couldn't have timed it better. 9 points to the Gladstone PCYC Hustlers. 28 points to the Blood Diamonds. Gladstone, are they the Harbour Town Hustlers? Something like that. Maybe someone out. If someone else knows out in the internet land, is it the Harbour Hustlers?
I don't think so. I think it's just the PCYC.
Hustlers.
Yeah. They're actually sponsored by the Gladstone PCYC.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, it goes to show we know. Oh, Highland Fling opens up with a shoulder hit onto Dusty Flyer.
Dusty Flyer taking the start again for the Blood Diamonds, and she gets herself lead jammer.
Yeah, it was awesome. She just hunkered right down and forced her way through with the shoulders. And she's completed her initial pass. Highland Fling now.
Blood Diamond just controlling Gladstone.
Doll Slayer, Champagne Migraine, our last 2 Coastal Assassins defenders. So Highland Fling's through, but that's a 5-point grand slam for Dusty Flyer. And calls off the jam before they hit the pack for another scoring run. Nice work there by the Blood Diamonds.
Just looking at the lineup for these Coastal Assassin, there's a few names on there I don't quite recognise. Champagne Migraine, I think that's her first time on the travel team.
And plenty of faces we do recognise. Ratatouille, Muffy Marauder, Dusty Flyer, Buzzer.
We got HMAS Destroyer back up on the jammer line.
That's Slayer Swift jamming for Gladstone. HMAS Destroyer spies an opening on the outside, but the Hustlers close around her.
Very tight defense of both of these teams. Card trying to call these. Oh, Card forcing a track cut on Slayer Swift.
That means we now have a power jam with the Blood Diamonds in the captain's seat.
HMAS Destroyer still trying to push out that Hustlers wall at the front.
Here she comes. She's picked up a bit of pace now. But Duncan Manutz holds her at bay, slows down her momentum.
HMAS Destroyer gets herself a track cut.
Yeah, nice defence by Gladstone there, forcing that penalty on the opposing jammer. So as soon as HMAS Destroyer's meat hits the sin bin seat, her opposing jammer will be back on the track. So Slayer Swift is back out there now. The pack is at a dead halt, so it's a lot easier for the jammers to catch up to it now. But geez, look at that three wall. They just swarmed her and caged her on the outside.
Blood Diamonds just making Slayer Swift work for it.
Slayer Swift is back. Looks like our Coastal Assassins jammers back there as well, and this pack work is just beautiful to watch. They are digging in their toe stops. They are not making life easy at all.
Oh.
Bloody Fiasco just got up and headed straight to the bin without even listening to the ref.
She knew that was a penalty. Blocking. Oh, Blood Diamond back in the bin.
Slayer Swift has to apex jump around her own player there. But this is good for Gladstone, as Slayer now has a bit of momentum, takes the outside. Nice defense there by number 6, Buzzer. And I think the Gladstone PCYC are getting back into this game. 14 points to the Hustlers, 33 points to the Blood Diamonds. The Blood Diamonds are the skaters in the purple, and Gladstone are the skaters in the black. Zerky up there on the jammer line, jamming for Gladstone, while we wait for the return of our Coastal Assassins jammer from the sin bin. So we'll get a few seconds head start for Gladstone.
Lady Savage putting a brilliant hit on Zerky right there.
That was nice. Just shoved her out of bounds, forcing her to yield.
These two Blood Diamonds making her work for it. Just enough time for HMAS Destroyer to come out of the bin and back on track.
So Zerky just swoops around the track. Oh, gets down low. Beautiful. I love the layering. Just as she saw that booty heading towards, she just ducked underneath it.
Oh no, Zerky's off for a track cut.
Oh, hang on. Both jammers on their way to the sin bin.
We're going to play a little jammer roulette.
That's right. HMAS Destroyer. They'll only both serve a couple of seconds in the bin. Looks like Zerky was looking forward to having that 30-second rest. She's back, takes her the outside. But that's certainly...
Looks like Lady Savage's butt was right there waiting for her. Just come and get me. Right there, hit her out, making a yield back. It's just beautiful defense from both of these teams. They're just nailing these jammers, making them work for every single point.
But I got to say, trying to get around the outside on turn 2, certainly not the easy path around.
Not with Lady Savage there.
No.
HMAS Destroyer slowing it down just a little. She's getting tired now. It's been a full 2-minute jam as both jammers hit the bin.
So the pack is at a standstill. Zerky, did she get a track cut?
She did. Lady Savage with that butt, just a little, hitting her a little on the inside, making a yield back, just beautiful.
Yep, her butt certainly knows how to play derby, that's for sure.
I'm sure she does too, but her butt is amazing. As a blocker myself, I love that. I love that in a blocker.
Oh, a high block.
Yourself a high block.
And the jam times out after 2 minutes. It's been a very penalty-heavy match so far. Both teams have got to watch. I think we're going to find in the second half, a lot of these skaters are going to be fouling out.
I have a feeling the HMAS Destroyer may star pass. She has been to the bin 3 times in the one jam. She is now tired.
She certainly wasn't really looking too on top of her game there after the last scoring pass. So let's see if you're right.
When you start getting a little bit tired, you start making mistakes, and I think maybe that's what.
Oh, and there's Slayer Swift out there. You reckon she's going to pass it over to Slayer Swift?
Perhaps. Yeah, definitely.
No, they're hanging back and playing.
Playing roller derby? Is that Lady Savage's butt again?
I think it was.
I think it was.
So Zerke forced to yield to the pack, and now she's hitting that Coastal Assassins wall again. Geez, Lady Savage is just killing it out there.
Destroy her. Passes the start of Lady Savage. Lady Savage takes it. She's run. She's got it. Her butt again. She's out. She's got this. Look at this. She's blocker and jammer.
Look at her go. She's got the jammer star on now. And Zerke has completed her pass as well. Now Lady Savage slams into that Gladstone wall. Necrophilia there holding the inside. Is that Kitty Meow working brilliantly on the inside line as well?
Both defensive walls just holding those jammers back.
So Zerke through for 4 points.
Lady Savage putting the hits on, trying to get through that Hustlers pack. And she's out, earning herself 4 points.
So I think we've got both jammers 4 points apiece so far. And we've got 45 seconds left in this jam. So Zerke now, they're just belting her on turn 3. Oh, yeah!
And Kitty Meow, just chest to chest. I wouldn't want to go chest to chest with Kitty.
No way, she's just getting in there with her shoulders, whack.
That's a heart attack waiting to happen.
So both jammers again score another 4 points, so it's 8 points apiece so far this jam with 18 seconds remaining. How are they going to play it?
Skating up with their hands on their hips, looking a little tired.
And looking for how the hell am I going to approach this?
Looking for their blockers to help them. Make me a hole.
Nice work there.
Zerke's out. Lady Savage gets herself a back block.
Well, that actually worked out really well for the Hustlers. They finished that jam, although both points were quite similar. The Hustlers are going to be starting with the jammer unopposed on the jammer line, while Coastal Assassins are going to be spending the first 30 seconds of this jam with their jammer in the sin bin. Current score is Hustlers on 23 points, Blood Diamonds on 46. So a timeout has been called by the Coastal Assassins. So I guess they've got to think about how they're going to go forward with this. They've just got to concentrate, at least for the first 30 seconds of this jam, on full defense. That's what's good about power jams. It becomes a lot more simple. You don't have to worry about playing offense and defense, chop and change between the two. The Gladstone Hustlers can just focus entirely on offense, and Coastal Assassins can focus entirely on defense. So Ratatouille looks like she's instrumental in the discussion that Coastal Assassins are having on their bench. Highland Fling eager to get this next jam underway. There's Duncan Manuts lined up there along the jammer line as well as Candy Contusions. So both packs starting a little bit light. We've got a 3-2 pack advantage to Gladstone, as well as only one jammer. So Gladstone really starting with the advantage there. Nice hit.
Beautiful hit.
But our Gladstone jammer recovers and completes her initial pass. Agent Provocateur back on track. Oh, look at that Blood Diamond defense there. Just facing backwards, digging in their toe stops. And Highland Fling really struggling to get through. But there it is. There's 5 points for Gladstone.
Lady Savage is back on for the Blood Diamonds.
Oh, nice block there by Dusty Flyer again. That was her skillful defense before. I couldn't quite see who that was, but it's definitely Dusty Flyer smashing it out there. Our Coastal Assassins jam has now completed her initial pass, Lady Savage.
That looks like the Gladstone Hustlers jammer heading to the bin for a track cut.
Following in Ratatouille's wake.
Looks like we're having a bin party over there. Little penalty box party. Lady Savage has got herself a power jam.
That's right. She's completed her initial pass, and that's a 5-point grand slam for the Coastal Assassins in the purple. So the pack is at a standstill there on turn 3. Lady Savage looking for another scoring part.
Oh, big
That
hit.
was Dusty Flyer again. Gee, she's got some strength.
She does. She knows exactly where your sweet spot is.
And
Lady Savage is still wearing this jammer panty from the previous gem where she was a pivot and had a star pass.
and then got sent to the bin.
And then got sent to the bin, and now she's still wearing that jammer panty.
Yeah, well spotted there, Sasson Bite. But she's been blocked out of bounds. She's struggling a bit, I think. But there we go.
Well, she's not usually a blocker, so she kept it clean, stayed on track,
No,
and now she
that's-
gets herself a little bit of a break.
Yeah, no, you're right. Nix Fixiate now stepping up to the crease
Hold up,
for
hold
Coastal
up.
Assassins.
Is this Kitty Meow?
You know it is.
Kitty Meow taking the German penny for the Gladstone Hustlers. This is, I want to see this.
34 points to Gladstone, 59 points to Calandra's Coastal Assassins. Kitty Meow just tries to bulldoze her way up the middle. Nice defense
Takes
there
it
by
on the
Buzzer.
outside.
She's keeping her wheels in bounds. Oh, she does a nice little pirouette, but hits the dirt on turn 2. And Nix Fixiate repeats the performance. There's athleticism and ballet going on all over the shop.
I think Nick Fixiate saw that and was like, I'll raise you. I will raise you a pirouette.
I'll do a pirouette and won't fall over at the end of it. Quick little jam there. 35 points to Gladstone, 59 to Caloundra. Slayer Swift back up there on the jammer line. And 000 Nix Fixiate decided to have another crack at the title. We've got a clean sin bin for a change. So we have 5 on 5 out there on the track now. A little under 11 minutes left in the first half. Blood Diamond sitting on a 24-point lead so far. Nix Fixiate swarmed by opponents. There she spied light at the end of the tunnel, but my nut slammed right into her. But she's through. Nix Fixiate is our lead jammer.
Nick Fixiate going for a round 2. She didn't get enough in that other gem, so she was like, I'm going again. Let's just hit this pack, get some more points.
So Slayer Swift is now rapidly approaching it. Her teammates telling her to call it off.
Trying to call it.
Was she quick enough? Hang on.
4-2. 4 points to the Blood Diamonds. Hustlers snuck in 2 there.
Nice work there.
I think she was trying to call it on the outside, and the gem ref just couldn't see her because of all of the Hustlers in the way.
Yep. It's probably not a bad technique, actually.
It's not a bad tactic. Just block it. Gemma ref can't see you. You can't call it. The refs are doing an amazing job this weekend. We've got some amazing refs from all over the country.
Yeah, we've got refs from Victoria, from Adelaide, North Queensland, and of course from Southeast Queensland. I think it's quite a prestigious tournament, the old Tropicarnage Cup. Certainly no other regional tournament in the country that has every game streamed live on the internet, that's for damn sure. Thanks to the skill and expertise of Video Bob over here, you're getting to watch the entire Tropicarnage Cup from first game to last in your bedroom.
Or lounge room, bathtub, wherever you would like to watch roller derby.
Should invent waterproof laptops, I reckon. So there probably is such a thing as that. Nothing better than watching derby sitting in the bath, I can't imagine. Sounds pretty good. We should set up a bath in the commentary box, actually.
We could do that. Bottle of wine. Put our feet up. It sounds perfect.
Candy Contusions up there on the jammer line for Gladstone, and Dusty Flyer jamming for Caloundra. Caloundra in the purple, Gladstone in the black. 35 points to Hustlers, 63 to Caloundra. Oh, Dusty Flyer opens with a hip check. How's she going to play it? Skating backwards, forcing Candy Contusions to yield. Slams into that defence. Well, Blackout Menace defends on the outside.
That is some brilliant defense by the Blood Diamonds.
Oh, hang on.
Taking advantage of... Oh.
Wait a minute now. Necrophilia. Oh, okay. Back block. So we have Dusty Flyer on her way to the sin bin for a back block. This is now a good chance now for Gladstone to close that points deficit. So Candy Contusion's now looking for an opening, but there is none. And that wall of purple closes around her. But she's through, and that was 5 points for the Hustlers. So the pack is at a standstill on the front stretch. Contusions again. The same thing, slams into the wall, shakes it up, messes it up, and then finds an opening and steps through it. That's another 5 points for Gladstone Hustlers.
Dusty Fly's back on the track for Blood Diamonds. Those Hustlers are making her work for it, but she is just punching through that defensive wall.
Boom. That's only the initial pass for Dusty Fly, so no points yet for Caloundra. And the lead jammer calls off the jam. Nice little jam there for Gladstone. 45 points to them. 63 to the Blood Diamonds. 18 points the difference. 8.5 minutes left in the first half.
That's exactly what Gladstone needed. Just one power jam. Rack up those points. They're creeping closer and closer to the Blood Diamonds.
Yeah, because they have given away a few in the first quarter of the game, and it never does your score any good. Handing over power jams. We've got Nick Asphyxiate up on the crease for Caloundra.
Up against Slayer Swift for Gladstone Hustlers.
Got a clean sin bin. It's 5-on-5. Nick Asphyxiate spies light at the end of the tunnel.
It's like perfect roller derby situation right here. 5-on-5.
Oh, multiplayer. But it was a nice block by Hail Mary. Slayer Swift capitalised on it but got done for a multiplayer. Now Nick Asphyxiate is jamming unopposed for 30 seconds.
It's exactly what the Blood Diamonds want. Nice little power jam.
Now looking for points. Little hit by Kitty Meow. Manuts shoving Nick Asphyxiate.
Oh, not quick enough for Gladstone to force back. Nick Asphyxiate just jumping in there.
Look at the check out Gladstone now as they're hunkering down, setting up their wall. Boom. Manuts, Kitty Meow. Champagne Migraine did some nice offense there, just shaking things up, hustling in that defensive wall and opening up some gaps which their jam was able to capitalise on. And Nick Asphyxiate, seeing no advantage in continuing, knowing Slayer Swift was back out of the bin and hot on her tail, called off the jam. 47 points to Gladstone, 73 to Caloundra. A little under 7 minutes left in the match. Muffy Marauder stepping up to the crease for Caloundra's Coastal Assassins. I think it's her first jam of the afternoon. And Highland Fling in the black for Gladstone. 6 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. Highland Fling now goes around her players and hits the defensive wall, but Muffy Marauder fires those cannons, and she's our lead jammer.
Muffy just sneaking up on the outside there.
She's coming in hard. Manuts, Necrophilia, Zerky, our defenders. But Muffy Marauder's got serious pace, busts through the pack, gets her 4 points and calls off the jam. Dusty Flyer stepping up onto the jammer line for Caloundra in the purple. What a killer job the refs are doing this weekend as well. They're the hardest working skaters of them all. I think the refs have been set up to pretty much ref every second game for 3 days.
Wow, that is amazing. I was just looking at one of the Gemma refs, Skate Pilgrim. I'm pretty sure he's from Victoria. His footwork was just as good and agile as the Gemmas. It was beautiful to watch. The Gemma going in and out, ref going in and out, amazing footwork.
Well, I do know for a fact the two of the refs out there, Blacktooth Grinner and Shirley, both play derby as well.
They do. They play for the Scartel for the Brisbane City Rollers.
They had a demo match last night and they absolutely smashed it against the Tweed Valley Vikings. They are really absolutely killing it at the moment, the Scartel.
Amazing refs, but amazing derby players too. And Dusty Flyer just making it look like nothing.
Slayer Swift now trapped in the guts of that pack, trying to find an opening. She sees light at the end of the tunnel. She accelerates. She's through. Dusty Flyer.
Blackout Menace just,
Boom, and times it perfectly to call off the jam. Quality jamming there by Dusty Flyer. And the Coastal Assassins, Blood Diamonds, further extending their lead. 81 points to Caloundra, 47 points to Gladstone. Duncan Manutz.
Oh, this is her first jam for the Gladstone Hustlers.
It is indeed.
Up against Nixfixiate for the Coastal Assassins.
Oh, and hang on, an official timeout has been called. Just seeing where the refs are and if I can guess what they might be doing. I think they're just making sure, looks like Shirley's making sure that there's a penalty called.
Looks like Dusty Flyer got a penalty just before.
Yep, that's definitely what's going on there. Dusty Flyer's now in the sin bin. That means Manutz jamming unopposed. I don't quite know what the announcers just said then, but I bet it had something to do with who loves Duncan Manutz. I know I'm quite a fan of Manutz, and I'm looking forward to seeing her in action.
Is she laughing or crying?
I don't know. It looks like she's got a cramp or something.
Ooh.
Maybe she had some of that bolognese out of the cafeteria.
Uh-oh.
That's made me double over.
I'd be staying away from that bolognese.
Manutz, one of the most beloved derby skaters out there.
Everybody knows Nuts.
And no commentator can avoid making jokes about Manutz. I know I can't.
She picked her name. It was too good.
So Lightning McScream's out the middle. I know that the refs have got a tie. It looks like an official review's being called.
Potentially on that penalty that Dusty Flyer is now sitting for.
Yeah.
Which was called right at the end on that whistle on turn 3.
Well, Lightning McScream's out there now. She's the in-house announcer for this match, and we'll make sure we find out exactly what's going on out there. General Grievance is the bench manager for Coastal Assassins, and he's looking very stern in his discussions there with the refs. So the refs are going away, are they, to discuss it? Yes, they are. And Manutz is itching for a game.
So what it looks like was called was right as Dusty Flyer was calling that jam and she did a little jump. She may have gotten a misconduct for having no feet on the ground whilst blocking.
Okay, so we'll see. So the refs are now conferring, and we'll see whether they overturn the decision or whether they decide to sustain it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So everyone's looking at Manutz now as she's champing at the bit to get out there.
She's warming up. She's just getting those legs working. Oh, yeah, do a few squats.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Manutz is looking a bit sweaty.
She's ready to go. Look at this. She's like a little racehorse. Just, oh, look at that. Little bit of jam skating happening.
I just can't take my eyes off Manutz. She's just hypnotising out there.
She's winning the crowd over with a little dance move, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've had a great crowd today. It's been an awesome day. And the thing about the Tropicarnage Cup is each game just gets better and better. Day 2, once as we move on to the next stage, the games get tighter and tighter and more fearsome. And it's just going to be a killer over 3 days. I always have a Tropicarnage hangover. At the end of it, it just breaks my heart. It's just the highlight of the Queensland Derby calendar.
What else would you be doing on this Labor Day long weekend?
What would I be doing? Camping, maybe? Camping sounds good. Not a camper? Sass?
Oh, no, I love camping. I really do.
Hang on. Kruger's on his way over.
After review, we decided that the
So after the refs conferred, they decided that the penalty awarded to, I think it was Muffy Marauder, has been overturned. Was it Muffy Marauder? Dusty Flyer. Has been overturned. So a successful review there by General Grievance. He gets his review returned to him. And that there is the bench manager scoring some serious points for his team as Dusty Flyer is now back out there on the track and lined up on the jammer line right next to my nuts. And that's what our bench manager's for, to watch out and to just get up in the ref's face as often as he can. But he's done a sterling job there. Grievance can hold his head high as we get back into the next jam. Hang on, what? No, wait, she's back in the bin again.
That's not right. I think she must wait for the referee to pull her out.
But if she didn't get the penalty, then she shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Listen, Kruger came over and told us that penalty had been overturned, but we'll find out at half-time exactly what happened there, and we'll get back to you. But for right now, Duncan Manuts is jamming unopposed. And look, just having to deal with that Caloundra Coastal Assassins defence. Dole Slayer, the last defender. And they were belting Manuts to the left and to the right. But she's through. Oh, jeez.
Beautiful defense by Blood Diamonds.
Foxy Frostbite, brilliant. Just lined that hit up perfectly. Held her at bay for a few seconds, but Manuts puts another 5 points on the board. Dusty Flyer back from the sin bin. Dole Slayer again on the outside. Tries to put a big hit on Manuts, but she's cops it. Gets another 4 points and calls off the jam. 56 points to the Hustlers and 81 points to the Blood Diamonds. A little over 4 minutes left in this first half. Gladstone are having a good game. They just got to keep their jammer out of the sin bin, and they might have a chance of getting back into this game in the second half. Blackout Menace up there on the line for Gladstone. And
against an Asphyxiate from the Blood Diamonds. This is Menace's first jam. She's a powerful blocker.
Jeez, she's just
powering through that Blood Diamond wall. And she gets lead jammer.
Absolutely, and did that all alone. Just got down down low, her shoulders, and just smashed into that wall. Ploughed into it like a coal train. And she gets lead jammer. But an Asphyxiate's about a quarter of the track behind her. She's got to get those points quickly if she wants them. She slams into that pack and starts calling it off. Managing to get 2 points up there on the board. Nice work there. Called it off just in time as an Asphyxiate was bearing down on the pack, about to commence her first scoring pass. So Nick Asphyxiate again doing back-to-back jams. The second time she's done that this half.
She loves it. She loves that jam, Penny.
Slayer Swift jamming for Gladstone. We've got one blocker from each team in the sin bin. So the pack is a little bit thinner.
Got on 3-on-3. It's not roller derby if you don't have anybody in
No,
the bin.
it just doesn't seem right, does it, when you look over at the sin bin and there's no one in it?
That's true.
Oh, Slayer Swift. Oh, hang on.
No.
Slayer Swift is our lead jammer, but geez, it was close.
Nick Asphyxiate just getting around.
And Nick Asphyxiate overtook her, so Slayer called off the jam defensively. That was a 0-point jam, a pointless jam. Dusty Flyer up there on the line. Waiting to have a jam, and Blackout Menace.
She did so well the first time. They want her back.
Look at the strength in that girl. Gee, she can get down nice and low too.
She uses those legs to just power through those walls.
There's just no finesse at all. She just digs her toe stops in and just starts shoving.
Excellent.
Oh, but hang out the front comes our Coastal Assassins jammer, Dusty Flyer. We've only got 1 minute 45 left in the game.
Blackout Menace is now out of the pack, but Dusty Flyer's on her first scoring pass.
Nice.
Hustler's just putting the hits on her, but not quite making it.
She gets her 4 points and calls off the jam. Nice defence by Candy Contusions. I've enjoyed watching her in action in the pack. So the score is now sitting on 58 points to the Hustlers, 85 to the Blood Diamonds. 1 minute, 19 seconds left in this half. We may be looking at the last jam of the first half. Buzzer versus Slayer Swift. Clean sin bin. It's 5-on-5. Oh, Dusty Flyer Buzzer opens with a nice shoulder hit to the left. But she did not pass all her opposing blockers legally, so she's not lead jammer. Slayer Swift is our lead jammer. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on. It was an out-of-play block by about 10 yards. An Asian provocateur on her way to the sin bin. She should be a bit careful about that, doing that, especially these tournaments. She could even cop a egregious misconduct.
Yeah, you don't want one of those.
Highland Fling and Nick Asphyxiate going head-to-head. This is definitely going to be the last jam of the first half. Highland Fling trying to find an opening on the inside. She spies light at the end of the tunnel, but she's shut down. Was that Bloody Fiasco? I think it was.
Oh.
So Highland Fling's our lead jammer. She's got control of the jam. She calls it off defensively. No points were scored. And that, Derby fans, is half-time. We're sitting on 58 points to Gladstone PCYC Hustlers. 86 points to Caloundra's Coastal Assassins Blood Diamonds. It's been an exciting match. But what we're going to do is we're going to go at half-time and go and have a bit of a chat to the refs and find out exactly what went on with Dusty Flyer going back and forth to the sin bin. So we'll get back to you at first half. Meanwhile, we might do some interviews or we might just film the empty track. See you back in 9.5 minutes.
I know my shit.
Yeah.
Not really, though.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, it's pretty good. The warm-up was more brutal than the actual game. From what I
Oh,
saw.
yeah. The one was shit. We kept going and going and going, and it was being blocked, and I was like, can I stop now?
Man, like, me and Dave got there like at 2 o'clock, and he's already like training for 3 hours or something. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
You ready? Are you ready?
Yes, okay.
All right.
It's fine.
We were like...
3, 2, 1, go!
Hi guys, I'm Psycho Dyko and I'm here with some fabulous ladies from Team Australia. How about you guys introduce yourselves?
Hey, I'm Dodge from Sunstate.
Hello, I'm Brutal Deluxe, also from Sunstate.
Excellent. Excellent. Great to have the ladies here. And we're going to hear everything about this, what's happening with Team Australia at the moment. You guys had an exhibition about last weekend. How'd that go?
That was great. So last weekend we trained at Mansfield. We've been travelling around doing a training pretty much every month in different states since TGSS. So last weekend, we split the squad in half, had a big green and gold exhibition bout, went really well. We won.
Yes.
Yeah, green won, so we won. So that was the main thing. No, it was just really great. Got to have a hit out, show everybody what we've been working on, and just really get to work together and solidify things in a more public arena. So that was really cool. Yeah.
Excellent. It's good to hear. And everyone came through unscathed and in one piece.
Well, I am wearing this knee brace, but that happens.
I thought that was just a glamour thing. I thought it was a new fashion for this season. It's beautiful. It really is. So what's coming up for you guys for Team Australia? You got lots planned, prepping, getting yourselves all psyched up, ready for the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 more training sessions scheduled. One for October, which is down in Sydney again, and the last one in November will be at the factory in Victoria. So 2 more sessions to get the team sorted and working nice and harmoniously. So, yeah, and then off to Dallas.
Excellent, excellent. So Dallas go on, take on the world and just show them what green and gold can do. Yeah. And green and gold are going to leave them all black and blue. That's what I want to see, and that's what I'm expecting. Absolutely. So I have a question. It's a very serious one. Was it purely the booty shorts that attracted you to come and join up for roller derby? Was that what it was? Was it the fashion, or was it the skating, or what was the excitement that really attracted you to come and do roller derby?
Yeah, I was never fit or anything. I got into fitness for a little while, and I'd been working and traveling around Australia, and I'd met this girl, Betty Bammerlam, who used to skate with VRDL, and at the time she was skating with Geelong. And she introduced me to it, and she is a total babe, and I thought it seemed like a really good idea, and we were starting a league on the Sunshine Coast card, so I started skating with Coastal Assassins and then moved down to Sunstate to play with the big kids. Yeah.
For me, I would have to say, I've never played a team sport before in my life, so when I heard about roller derby, it just seemed like the thing to do. And I've always wanted to play a contact sport and just wasn't interested in being a lone ranger, so I think I'm more attracted to the camaraderie and how it feels to be part of a unit, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's pretty good answers, but it was a little bit the booty shorts as well, wasn't it? Yeah, anyway. Everyone loves the booty shorts. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming and joining us, and good luck with everything that's going on in the future. Thanks very much, guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Welcome back to the second half of the Coastal Assassins PCYC Blood Diamonds. Oh no, the Gladstone PCYC Hustlers. Woo, and Caloundra's Coastal Assassins Blood Diamonds. 58 points to the Gladstone and 86 points to Caloundra. Now let's just talk about that weird penalty with Dusty Flyer. So Dusty Flyer did an apex leap. While she was flying through the air, she collided with another skater, which is if she was the initiator, it's like a flying squirrel misconduct penalty if you launch yourself through the air. After review, the refs decided that in fact the blocker had initiated the block, not Dusty Flyer, and so they decided to overturn the penalty. But when they went over the sin bin to tell Dusty Flyer that overturned the sin bin, she'd already left and was sitting on the bench, so they gave her a penalty box violation and sent her back for another 30 seconds. Oh, there's nothing the NSOs love more than that stuff. So that's what all that was about. We've got we're proud to have Harry Spotter up here. We get him up every year from Victoria to be our head ref. And I'm sure he would have been proud of the ref's efforts there with that one. Dusty Flyer, she's back out there on the jammer line. Number 22 from Coastal Assassins, HMAS Destroyer, after Jam 15 has fouled out of the game. I always miss out on the foul outs, but she's at HMAS Destroyer. It's back to the sheds for her. We won't be seeing her for the rest of the game. Kitty Meow jamming for Gladstone. We are back underway. Dusty Flyer has the jump on Kitty Meow, and she completes her initial pass. Kitty Meow gets a bit of pace up and slams into that Coastal Assassins defense. There we go. Oh, Kitty Meow has one more jammer to fight past, and she's through. Now Dusty Flyer in the guts of that pack.
It's a very short jam, 30 seconds.
And 3 points for Coastal Assassins. Trying to catch who that defender was before. Couldn't quite see from my vantage point. But the two Nicks Fixiate and Necrophilia, stepping up to the crease. It's a clean sin bin. It's 5-on-5. Here we go.
Oh!
Hang on, Nick.
Back block.
That was classy work there by Nick Fixiate.
She just presented her back to the other jammer, knowing that little bump was going to come, and forced a back block on Necrophilia.
That was a classy little manoeuvre. So Necrophilia now in the sin bin for 30 seconds, and Nick Fixiate jamming unopposed. That's 5 points for Caloundra's Blood Diamonds.
It's a beautiful little move. I've seen Gillies, Grace Gillies from VRDL does that one. She likes to turn her back right on the jam line because she knows if you want to do a little bit of a love shove at the start, that'll get you.
Well, she's certainly reaping the benefits of that little manoeuvre now. That's 10 points so far. We might see another scoring pass before Necrophilia returns to the track. Boom. Around the outside, that's so that little tactic by Nick Fixiate just got her 15 big fat points for the Blood Diamonds, and the Blood Diamonds are now cracked a ton, 104 points. So Necrophilia now at the back, trying to find a chink in that Coastal Assassin's armour.
Nick Fixiate grabs herself another 5 points. Necrophilia isn't even out of the pack yet. It's beautiful defense by the Blood Diamonds.
She fights her way past Champagne Migraine and completes her initial pass. Absolute quality there. Another 3 points. I think that might have been a 22-point jam there. 22 or 23-point jam there for Coastal Assassins, and it all started with that little present your back, force a back block on your opposing jammer, and reap the rewards.
It's a beautiful little trick. I love that one.
58 points to the Hustlers, 112 big fat points to the Blood Diamonds.
Oh, look who's on the jammer line for the first time. This is Lady Savage for the Coastal Assassins. She jammed before by a panty pass. Now she's through as lead jammer.
Let's see how she's going to play it. Slayer Swift has completed her initial pass. Let's see if Lady Savage can get those 4 points. Slayer Swift certainly lives up to her name. She's fast. Oh, nice. Yeah. Lady Savage got 3 points and called off the jam in perfect timing. She is one classy gal, that's for sure.
She's playing beautiful derby today.
That was just flawless, that little performance there. Brilliant. Dusty Flyer up there in the purple for the Blood Diamonds, and Highland Fling in the black for Gladstone. Gladstone yet to score this half. Let's see if Highland Fling can turn that around. Clean sin bin. It's 5-on-5. So Dusty Flyer finds a chink in Candy Contusion's armour there on the outside and claims lead jammer.
Dusty Flyer is so strong. She's one of my favourite Coastal Assassin jammers.
Muffy Marauder on her way to the sin bin. Oh, sorry, Agent Provocateur on her way to the sin bin, and Highland Fling completes her initial pass. Candy Contusion's the last defender, and Dusty Flyer gets 4 points, calls off the jam. Was she quick enough? Highland Fling managed to sneak 2 points onto the board there. Dusty Flyer just left it a bit late there to call off the jam, and the Hustlers have their first points for the second half. Gladstone PCYC Hustlers in the black.
That looks like Agent Provocateur fouling out in the second half, getting a 7th penalty.
Yeah, she was sitting on 5 at half time, so it's back to the sheds for Agent Provocateur. This is where it starts to get interesting. So Coastal Assassins now have lost 2 of their skaters, so they're going to have to work all the harder. This is where their fitness in the second half, thinned, and with their bench thinned out a little bit, it's where their fitness and endurance really plays a part. So Slayer Swift, oh look, geez.
Just a little duck.
That, I just love that. You can, it was a track cut though.
I thought her foot just went out slightly as she ducked around.
But she could just see that booty coming towards her, so she just ducked underneath it. But then she still slipped her foot out of bounds.
We have a power jam for the Coastal Assassins. Nick Asphyxiate jamming for Blood Diamonds. It's a very size difference there for the Gladstone Hustlers.
You can see Ariba really putting everything she's got into shutting that jammer down. Slayer Swift blocked out of bounds.
That's Nick Asphyxiate heading to the bin for a cut.
Slayer Swift's got her 5 points. She's trying to throw the dummy. Oh no, she's pulling out those. She just gets her shoulders working like machine guns, starts pounding them into the backs of the defensive wall like Bonnie Thunder's.
We call that the angry pencil.
The angry pencil?
Yeah, you just shimmy until something happens.
Yeah,
shimmy aggressively until something happens.
Well, it works for Bonnie Thunders, that's for sure.
It surely does. Trauma Junkie loves it. For Sunset Roller Girls, she picked up Bonnie Thunder's trick. Loves to do it as well.
The shimmy pencil?
It's called an angry pencil.
An angry pencil.
But pretty much it's just shimmering until a little gap opens. So it's kind of like roller derby dancing.
It's kind of like cross between roller derby dancing and having like an epileptic fit. Whilst on skates.
Well, I think that's talent. We've had a few pirouettes here.
Oh, there's plenty of talent out here on the track, that's for sure. Lady Savage back up there on the line again. And Candy Contusions in a rare display of her skating with the Jammer Star on.
So
see how she plays it.
Blockers taking the stars for this one.
And Candy nice defense there by Doll Slayer at the back, forcing a high block penalty on Candy. She's on her way to the bin, and this is another power jam for Coastal Assassins.
Lady Savage just politely pushing that Hustler's wall forward. Grabbing herself another 5 points for the Blood Diamonds.
So
Nuts just coming out of the box there.
Jesus, hard to say that without laughing, isn't it?
I couldn't resist.
So Lady Savage completes her scoring pass, putting 5 points up there. Oh, nice. Necrophilia puts her heart and soul into that hit. And they collided hard. But Lady Savage brushed it off and got another 5 points up there on the board for a team.
Oh,
yeah.
little jammer on jammer there. Lady Savage hitting Candy Contusions.
Brilliant. Look at that Coastal Sass's defensive wall there at the back. Oh, man, they are pounding on each other.
Two great defensive walls there.
It's like two separate games going on at once.
That's right.
Both teams on full defense.
Oh, and Candy Contusions is out.
So
Lady Savage off to the bin for a track cut.
So the worm has turned. Candy Contusions has only completed her initial pass, so no points yet on the board for Gladstone.
Oh.
Yes.
That was clean. That was just a one big hit there on buzzer.
No, buzzer, beautiful. She just held on, relentless. Candy Contusions was keeping up on tiptoes and keeping in bounds, but just couldn't hold it for long.
I love the size difference here when Candy takes on buzzer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant.
Candy certainly does tower over all the other skaters and refs for that matter. But she fights her way through. The jam's about to time out after 2 minutes, and there it is. But nice work to Candy Contusions. Managed to get 5 more points on the board for the Hustlers. Coastal Assassin still sitting on a comfortable lead at 149 points over Gladstone's 85. A little over 20 minutes left in the first half. Dusty Flyer up on the jammer line for Caloundra and Slayer Swift jamming for Gladstone. We're off. Dusty Flyer trying to follow in Slayer Swift's wake. Deciding to abandon that prospect and just harass the front line, and there she's through.
Oh, but Slayer's right on Dusty Flyer's heels.
Slayer Swift is seriously fast. Oh, yeah. Oh, Slayer Swift. Beautiful work. She approached up behind her opponent, and she dished out a sweeping cross-track block. Slayer dodged around it, forcing her opposing jammer to call off the jam defensively. Beautiful work. So the two Nicks, it's Nick on Nick again. We remember what happened last time. Nick Raphilia dished out that back block against Nick's Fixiate.
I don't think she'll make the same mistake this time. Now they got their backs together.
Yep, that's we're going to see it a bit safer, I think, this jam.
Nick Raphilia is like, nope, you're not going to get me.
So Nick Raphilia at the front. Oh, a Ratatouille shuts her down on the outside.
Beautiful.
Dollslayer rejoins the pack and starts immediately harassing Nick Raphilia. Nick Raphilia is now at the front, getting right down low, shut down out of bounds by Muffy Marauder.
Oh,
and
Nick Fixiate gets that lead, but Nick Raphilia is right on her wheels. Heels.
Right on a heel stop.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Heels, wheels, butt, I don't know.
Oh, hang on. We have a shanking. Oh, no, we don't. Sorry. I just get so excited saying shanking. Nick Fixiate puts 1 point up on the board. Nick Raphilia 0. 85 points to Gladstone, 150 points to Caloundra. 18 and a half minutes left in the match.
It is hard to get distracted. I'm just watching these purple and silver panties. I love the glitter. I do. It's a soft spot of mine.
We've got a little insight there into Sass and Bite.
I love a bit of glitter. Dusty Flyer just nailing on those outside edges there.
And there she's through.
She's not lead jammer. She's first one out, but she is not lead as she did not pass all blockers legally and inbounds.
Thought Slayer Swift might try and have a crack at it there because she is seriously fast. But I'm deciding to play it safe and call off the jam before any points were scored. So Nick Raphilia and Nick's Fixiate, our two old foes out there on the jammer line again.
I think they're doing it just to confuse us. Nick and Nick.
Nick on Nick. Clean sin bin. 85 points to Gladstone, 150 to Coastal Assassins. No back blocks, and Nick Raphilia trying to find an opening. Nice defense by Blackout Menace.
Just giving a little, Blackout Menace's butt just gets in there and gives her a little love shove.
Candy Contusions dished out a nice sweeping cross-track block too, and Nick Raphilia completes her initial pass. She's our lead jammer.
Blackout Menace and Candy Contusion together is one good team. That's a little partnership I wouldn't want to come up against.
Well, hang on. Oh, Nick Raphilia finds a gap, launches herself through it. How many points was that? 3 points.
3.
3 much-needed points for Gladstone, sitting on 88 now. Blood Diamonds, 150. We've got 16 minutes, 40 seconds left in the match. Gladstone's still in with a chance, but they've got to start acting, and they've got to start acting now. Dusty Flyer up there on the line for Coastal Assassins. And Slayer Swift jamming for Gladstone.
Dusty Flyer likes to put the heat on the Gemma line.
Yeah, you can see just the pressure
Just
emanating
pressure.
from her. Boom. But Slayer Swift didn't fall for it, and she's busting through that pack.
Oh, Dusty Flyer having a rough time there, getting waterfalled on.
Oh, look at that. Nice
Beautiful.
offensive play by her teammates. Just totally disrupting Coastal Assassins' defense and allowing Slayer Swift a wide avenue to skate through and get 4 points.
That was a little bit of a fight there for the back line. Everyone wants the back line
Yeah.
today. Let's take it. Lady Savage jamming for the Blood Diamonds.
Highland Fling
Highland Fling.
for the Gladstone.
I feel like she should be wearing a kilt.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be quite dangerous.
She
but
needs to
I
join the
think
Brisbane City Rollers.
she'd
And,
wear some tartan.
so Lady Savage on the outside, but she is shut down by Blackout Menace. Beautiful defense. Ale Mary weighing in as well.
Oh,
Doing a reverse bridge to force her to yield. Nice defense by Gladstone. Beautiful work. Beautiful teamwork. Oh, now
oh, buzzer
buzzer.
forcing back. Highland Fling.
So this jam's now 25 seconds old and neither jammer's through the pack yet. Oh, but now Highland Fling had the pace. She's through. She had a bit of momentum.
Lady Savage is out and behind her.
So the pack rounding turn 4 and heading into the front stretch now.
This pack has been changing their speeds quite a lot. It's really slow and then it'll get really fast and it'll get really slow again. It makes it a little bit difficult for the jammers too.
Yeah, it must be hard. It must be hard for them to judge exactly how to play it each time they hit that pack.
Definitely.
Nice work there by Gladstone. Another 3 points there now, 95. Coastal Assassins on 150, 55 points of difference. Slayer Swift back out there on the line. And I can't see our Coastal Assassins jammer. Oh, hang on. Lady Savage on her way to the sin bin. So this is our power jam start for Gladstone. Ratatouille, nice defense there. Oh, that's the Coastal Assassins, just fierce. And Muffy Marauder is getting right in there and just pounding Swift. But Slayer Swift completes her initial pass. Now starts angry penciling that defensive wall.
She's got those shoulders working.
Look at that. It's like the Bentley blockade up the front there. But unlike the Coal Seam Gas Company, Slayer Swift is through. Can't speak. My little metaphors, I need to practice them in front of a mirror.
We got Lady Savage back on track for the Coastal Assassins.
But Slayer Swift boots through for another 5 points. Hustlers have now cracked the ton, 105 points.
The Blood Diamonds haven't scored in a little while. It's been
No.
about 5 minutes without moving.
No, beautiful work there by Slayer Swift. She got another 2 points on that scoring pass. I think that was a 12-point jam there for the Hustlers when it was very much needed. 107 points to Gladstone, 150 to Coastal Assassins. Hustlers in the black and the Blood Diamonds in the purple. The Blood Diamonds Harkin from Caloundra and the Gladstone Hustlers, obviously from Gladstone. Highland Fling versus Nick Asphyxiate there on the line. Both jammers bouncing back and forwards between the defenders. Rogue Maiden really getting in there as well.
Blood Diamonds working so hard offensively that they kind of forgot to keep a lookout for the Hustlers Gemma.
Yeah, you've got to have about 6 sets of eyes in this game.
You definitely do. It's so quick. The Gemma's out and then they're back around before you know it.
Necrophilia lined up there on the jammer line, waiting to have a crack at it. However, the Coastal Assassins have called a timeout. Now, as It seems to me that Gladstone have been the ones causing heaps of penalties this game, but to be honest, it's the Coastal Assassins that have had the 2 foul outs.
Yeah,
So-
that's it. So it looks like Gladstone's maybe forcing a lot of those penalties on the Blood Diamonds.
Well, Gladstone only have 39 points to catch up. It's certainly not impossible at all. There's 12 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. Necrophilia champing at the bit to get this next jam underway. And Coastal Assassins wisely call a timeout. They could feel the Gladstone's momentum swelling. And a timeout's a good way just to arrest that momentum, get their heads back in the game, and get back into it. Dusty Flyer stepping up to the line for Caloundra, and Necrophilia jamming for Gladstone. I think it's a 3-on-3 pack out there. Dusty Flyer tries to shove my nuts onto the inside. Then recovers and busts through the middle, but Gladstone defence closes around her. Oh, thought there was going to be a big king hit there by my nuts. I think she wanted to. But Dusty Flyer skillfully breaches the pack, and she's our lead jammer. Oh, nice. Candy Contusions holding the outside line. Boom, 5-point grand slam for Dusty Flyer. Absolute quality. Necrophilia completes her initial pass.
The Coastal Assassins were just holding Necrophilia for 2 whole passes. And Dusty Fly did 2 scoring passes in that one.
Absolute quality. I think we can, I think that was all about Coastal Assassins' defence there. Absolutely beautiful. 114 points to the Hustlers, 159 to Caloundra's Blood Diamonds, Nix Fixiate and Slayer Swift up there on the line. Gladstone have that coveted position hard up against the jammer line.
They love that back wall.
Well, it is pretty black as well.
It is pretty black.
Oh, Nix Fixiate thought she saw an opening.
Almost, but Blackout Menace just closed it right up.
So hang on, both jammers now.
So now it's up to Coastal Assassins to set up a point.
Both jammers hit the pack.
0-0.
Pointless jam. 10 minutes, 20 seconds left. 114 points to Gladstone, 159 to Blood Diamonds. That's a 45-point difference. Champagne Migraine stepping up onto the jammer line for the Coastal Assassins for the first time. Highland Fling for Gladstone. So this is interesting. Let's see what Champagne Migraine's got. Oh, it dishes out 2 nice little nudges there as on the starting whistle.
She just sneaks up on the inside line, getting herself lead jammer.
Wow. Begging the question of why they've waited 50 minutes to field her. She just absolutely killed it there. Oh, she's up doing twinkle toes there, trying to dance around, but hang on, didn't call off the jam fast enough. Highland Fling hits the pack to score some points, and that is a 1-point shanking there by Gladstone. Beautiful work. Especially beautiful because I finally got to say shanking. That was a real shanking that time.
Just not quick enough. That's okay. It's her first jam. It's totally going to happen.
That's right. Give her a couple more chances. She certainly got through that initial pass like lightning.
I think that's the hardest part of jamming. I'm not a jammer. I don't do it. But getting through the first time is easy. Knowing when to call it is the hard part.
Yeah, yep.
Having that awareness of where your blockers are, where the other jammers are, what your bench wants you to do, and where your feet are. That's quite important, I feel. Being on the track is important.
Well, Dusty Fly doesn't have those problems. She's got amazing instincts.
She does.
I think she can just tell exactly where the jammer is. Oh, or can she? No, she can't.
Candy Contusions just standing strong. Dusty Fly ran straight into her.
So Caloundra got 4 points there and Gladstone 3. She didn't quite call off the jam fast. I was talking her skills up too, and I must have put the kibosh on her. Nix Fixiate there, standing up alongside my nuts. We've got a 4-2 pack advantage to Gladstone. It's a good opportunity for Duncan Manutz to rack up a few points.
Yep, Duncan Manutz standing up on the Gemma line. Blood Diamond defense making it work for it. Asphyxiate's just getting pummeled there by the Hustlers defense.
Certainly is.
She's pushing through. She gets herself lead Gemma.
So Manut's hot on her tail. Pack at a standstill now in between turns 3 and 4. Oh, that was a nice hit there by Blackout Menace.
She has a butt that never quits.
And it was
so great.
Yep, it was impressive, and it was that butt that held Coastal Assassins down to 1 point that jam. 119 points to Gladstone, 165 to Caloundra. 7 minutes, 14 seconds left in the match. Highland Fling jamming for Gladstone, and Lady Savage jamming for Coastal Assassins. She's Doll Slayer, she gets down low. I'd need 3 men to help me get back up if I was down that low. Oh, big, oh, hang on.
Oh!
Zerky, massive
that
hit.
was a cut.
Forces a track cut, does she?
Yes, forces a track cut on Lady Savage heading to the bin again.
So there's now a power jam with Highland Fling in command. She finds an opening on the inside and completes her initial pass.
Coastal Assassins defense making it very hard for Highland Fling here.
Yeah, that's right. Just because it's a power jam doesn't make it easy. Gee, they just line her up, time it perfectly, and just smash into her.
They
like
open
zipping
up
up your pubes in your zip.
Oh, jeez. That's gotta hurt.
It hurts. It hurts.
They leave a little gap, and then they like, come here, come into my gap, and then bang.
Exactly. It's like
they'll nail you.
It's like a mousetrap. Here's some cheese. Here, come this way, come this way.
Bam.
Whack.
Dead.
6 minutes left in the game. But that was a great 5-point scoring pass there for the Hustlers. Beautiful work. And that's 124 points to them, 165 to the Blood Diamonds. That's 41 points to difference, 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in this match. Slayer Swift up on the line as we wait for the return of Lady Savage from the sin bin. Boom.
They open that gap, see? It'll get you.
And then they're just on all sides. Where there's Bloody Fiasco. Gee, she just gets in there. Champagne Migraine hanging back to Bridge with Rogue Maiden. And now they're assisting their own jammer, Lady Savage. Oh, hang on. Another track cut. Nice work by Gladstone, forcing another track cut.
This is not good. I think Lady Savage is up in her penalty.
She's going to be close to getting fouled out, I'd say. But they have been drawing heavily on her talents, though.
They have.
So, once again, Coastal Assassins just swarm their opposing jammer.
The defense of the Coastal Assassins, they've now had, within the last 5 minutes, like 3 power jams, and they're holding strong. The Hustlers aren't able to get many points off them.
No, you're absolutely right. They're getting the points, but they're having to really fight and burn that time.
And they're drawing it out. That 30-second penalty seems like nothing. She had 2 scoring passes, and Lady Savage is now back on track.
129 to the Hustlers, 165 to Coastal Assassins. Lady Savage completes her initial pass. Let's see if Slayer Swift can get one more scoring run before having to call it. Yeah, timed it very nicely. No scoring, no points that last jam. Great defence by the Coastal Assassins. But Gladstone have had a couple of good jams these last 10 minutes. They're now sitting on 139 points, 165 to Caloundra. That is a 26-point difference. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the match. Necrophilia stepping up to the crease against Dusty Flyer. It's anyone's game.
One power jam and the Hustlers could take this out.
Necrophilia was brave enough to open with another one of those hip checks. Dusty Flyer having to fight her way past that Gladstone defence. Takes to the outside, blocked out of bounds, doesn't have to yield.
That's right.
So both jammers now neck and neck. Dusty Flyer hanging back. Oh, yeah.
Oh, not quite enough.
Oh, that was nice. So that was good work there by Necrophilia. She took that hit from Dusty Flyer and forced her to call off the jam defensively.
Use that momentum to just get around her.
I think she actually picked up speed.
Possibly, yeah. Thanks for the lift.
But it's not enough just to hold the Caloundra to 0. Gladstone have to get points. Slayer Swift, are you going to be the one to do it? Nick Asphyxiate up alongside her for Caloundra.
I think they'll have to hustle some points here.
I think they will. Only 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. Neither jam are able to find any headway through that pack. There we go. So Slayer Swift completes the initial pass. She's our lead jammer.
The Hustlers working hard on Nick Asphyxiate.
Well, she's through now. So let's see if Slag can get those 4 points. On the inside there, Bloody Fiasco's all over again. She swoops around the out. 3 points for Gladstone. So that means 142 points to Gladstone. That's 23 points the difference. A little under 2 minutes left in the match. Dusty Flyer and Necrophilia stepping up to the crease. Got a 4-3 pack advantage to Gladstone.
Gladstone has been creeping these points. They're definitely a second half team.
You're absolutely right. They've had a sterling second half. I think Blood Diamonds must have scored about 50 points second half, or I'd say that Gladstone scored about 90 to 100 this second half.
Definitely.
Might have a bit to do with the fact that Coastal Assassins lost a couple of their skaters to the sin bin, but Necrophilia completes her initial pass.
Very unlucky with the power gems, the Blood Diamonds, but Dusty Flyers tearing around that track.
Necrophilia swoops, Champagne Migraine, the last defender, and she gets her 4 points and calls it off. Oh, a bit of a collision at the back. Oh, hang on.
Legal procedure.
A legal procedure for Dusty Flyer. That means they commence this jam without a jammer.
Oh, this is just what the Hustlers were hoping for.
This is, that score is, there's 19 points the difference. 146 points to the Hustlers. 165 to Caloundra. We've got 45 seconds left in the match. Slayer Swift up on the line, jamming unopposed. There's the whistle. Slayer Swift shut down by Muffy Marauder at the front. She recovers. Oh, that might have been a track cut. Yes, it was.
Oh.
So Slayer on her way to the sin bin, and that might be the death knell for Gladstone.
This is exactly what they did not want.
So she's on her way to the bin. As soon as her meat hits the seat, her opposing jam will be back on track. But yeah, all that Dusty Fly needs to do now is just casually skate around the track and let it time out.
Looks like they're going to offense here. And there it goes, a sweep from the out to the in.
Oh, actually, I'm mistaken. She can't just let it time out because she's not lead. She is lead jammer. So she can, if she was to call it off now, that'd be the end of the game, and the Blood Diamonds would win.
And she does.
That's how it's done. And that is our game. It was a hell of a lot of fun to watch. There's a real warm vibe in the room after that. Jeez, it came down close in the end.
Some brilliant defense, some brilliant offense, and the Jammers were just fighting every inch of the way for every single point. Good work to the Hustlers for coming back.
Yeah, they did. They had a great second half, the Hustlers did.
Just not enough. Blood Diamonds held it off.
Yeah, full credit to the Blood Diamonds. I think it was the Blood Diamonds' defence that really won them that game. Absolutely killed it. We don't have an official score yet, but I think it's safe to say that the Blood Diamonds took away that game. There's the rolling whistle. That usually... there it is. There's our official score. 147 points to the Gladstone Hustlers, and the victors 165 to Caloundra's Coastal Assassins Blood Diamonds. What a match. What a killer of a game. This is day one of the Tropicarnage Cup. We do have another game coming up. Next up, we have... this next game is going to be awesome too. United Brisbane. This is their first ever Tropicarnage, but they have some killers in their team, make no mistake. And the veterans one of the veterans of Southeast Queensland and Queensland Roller Derby, Brisbane City Rollers. My name's Honest Dave. Been here with Sass and Bites. We are streaming at you live through Video Bob Productions, and this is the 2014 Tropicarnage Cup.